Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marley, and if you're new to my channel, I do movie and TV show reactions. Today we're going to be watching House of the Dragon Season 2 Episode 5. I'm really excited to see the aftermath of last week's battle. I'm wondering what Alison is going to think about Kristen and Aemond, and we're going to see what happened to Aegon, because it looked like Aemond was about to finish him off. So I don't think he's dead, although his dragon is, I think. And we're going to see the aftermath of Rhaenys' death. So I'm anticipating a quieter episode. They often do this with both House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, where you'll have a really big episode and then a smaller one. So let's just watch it. Feel bad for him. It's really sad. I mean, he hasn't got anything else left now, has he? Yeah, it all went wrong, didn't it?
Traitor dragon Maylis!
What?
By your king to Aegon!
Oh, look at the people.
This is a black omen.
The people aren't happy about that. They're not agreeing with this, and they're going to be scared.
This is an abomination.
Don't they realise we won the battle?
Strange victory, if it was one.
Is that Rhaenys? Are they bringing her body through the city as well? Not even giving her a proper Targaryen.
It's just me.
Oh, that's horrible. Wow, they still got the bodies hanging up as well. She's noticed the dagger. Oh, maybe it's not Rhaenys then. Is it Aegon? Yeah, it must be Aegon. Yeah. Okay.
Is he alive?
Just about.
Remains with us for the moment.
Wow. Oh. I didn't even think about that it would be melted to him. Ooh. I mean, he's probably unconscious, but... Ooh.
Is my son going to die?
I'm afraid I cannot say. Now, if you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
Ooh.
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
Oh, I wonder who he's thinking of.
The castle, at the cost of some 900 men. I left a meagre garrison behind to protect it, and the king's dragon, Sunfire, was long in the dying.
The king, Sir Kristen, what befell him?
She's seething, isn't she?
His grace fought valiantly.
And Aemond? What was his part in this?
She's suspicious.
Not say.
Our largest dragon has been killed. Kristen Cole marches about the Crown Lands unchallenged. We still have no ground army but the one we hope that Daemon will raise. He who has left us after some marital spat.
He's always
Take
moaning.
issue with me, Sir Alfred,
My loyalty to you is proven, my queen.
but your willingness to give me deference in a time of war.
I could never doubt your capability or your quickness of mind.
He's frustrated though. But
It is merely that the gentler sex, heretofore, has not been much privy to the strategies of battle or their execution.
There's been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles than I have.
Yeah, exactly.
Agar is depleted after such a hard-fought battle. If Aegon is dead, we will soon know it.
'Twould be a victory in name only. Time is ripe. If we can strike King's Landing before their dragon is recovered.
Then I myself must do it.
My queen, you are the crown. It is out of the question.
They do have to keep her safe, though. The whole thing is about her and getting her on the throne. They need to protect her.
Where are you going?
To Harrenhal to treat with the Daemon.
Okay.
He must affirm his loyalty to my mother and report his standing.
And you think you will tame him?
My mother gladly sends you away. Whilst I'm here being forced to play the coddled princeling, it's humiliating.
You are the succession.
And I must be seen to act for her claim and mine.
It's not just about how you look, though, is it?
I must act the phrase.
Okay.
They control the crossing at the Twins. Cregan Stark's greybeards are marching south. If his men had a direct route into the Riverlands, we would not have to wait for Daemon to act. I will treat with the phrase to secure it.
She will not like it.
He's giving me, like, Robb Stark energy. He's very similar, I think, in the way he's acting.
Late. My dragon is hungry. No choice but to submit.
I mean, I would
Announce
be...
the false King Aegon as a usurper. Bend the knee to me. House burns.
I would sooner be the Lord of Bones and Cinders than bend my knee before some heathen Blackwood.
Reckons were a people hatched out of the deepest of the seven hells, be a kindness to oblige them and send them back whence they came.
Did your brother's head keep on its way back to you, Willem?
They hate each other so
I heard the maggots got to it. We choose fire.
Okay. Oh. That was amazing, though, the way that looked.
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
Oh.
You should have indulged them.
I need them alive. I came here to raise swords.
Oh, he didn't kill him then.
They would rather burn than succumb. Exactly the kind of men I need. It may yet be possible, I think, for both of us to achieve our ends.
We have fought them for an age and more.
Then perhaps you could try less fighting and more persuading.
Okay.
Every man has a weakness.
You take my meaning, then.
What does that mean?
There are things the crown itself must not be seen to do. Show them your worst.
I am your servant, your grace.
What does that mean? What does he want him to do? So I wonder what's going to happen now then, because that didn't seem good.
Over the centuries, many and more armies have broken themselves against my bloody king. The Eyrie itself is impregnable, unless, of course, we're descended upon from the sky. She sent two, both still wet from the egg. I have hunting hounds that are more fearsome.
They are dragons nonetheless. I do not recall you specifying the size of the beast in your request.
This isn't good.
The dragons will grow in time.
I don't have time. I mislike feeling powerless.
It's interesting seeing the relatives of characters we know.
Kristen Cole made a mistake, parading a dragon's head through the streets like a prize of war, but the people see an ill omen.
Yes, as do I.
That's right.
Bread is scarce. The king has fallen. They whisper to each other that when Viserys lived, there was peace.
But will whispers tear down stone or break shields?
You can sort of see...
There are 1,000 living in the shadow of the Red Keep and forgotten for too long.
And you think they will turn to me?
To the discontented, rumors are feed.
Yeah, I can see where this is going, actually.
What you cannot do, let others do for you.
Yeah.
There is more than one way to fight a war.
Yeah, the people are not happy in King's Landing. They really don't like the Greens, and they're starving. And they...
Did your grandmother ever tell you of the night she claimed Meleys?
She snuck into the dragon pit.
She knew that place better than any elder. They said she could see in the dark.
My father was furious. His own mother's dragon, the fastest beast ever known, and she'd have none of him. But bent her neck to Rainey.
She was fierce. In love and in anger. She did not always care for me. For what she gave me in the end, I'm grateful. With her gone, I must rely on you, I think.
Your Grace.
Would you give this to your grandsire? I do not wish to stand alone.
Damon.
We're back here then.
Damon. You were always the strong one.
Who's this now?
The finest swordsman.
Is she like a past?
The fearless dragon rider. Viserys was unsuited for the crown, but you... Damon, you were made to wear it.
Okay, this is weird.
If only you'd been born first, my favourite son.
What? That is disgusting. That's his mum.
Is the duck not to your liking, Your Grace? There's also Goose.
He's losing his mind, isn't he?
How does the work here progress?
He's just...
Water for the kitchens and lighting the forges.
Very well.
That is merely the beginning, of course. The roof alone has needed tending since the reign of Aenys, and the storerooms and the whaling tower. The bats have made the corridors almost impassable with the quantity of their...
They're shit.
I like this guy. He's funny. He just wants his castle built up, doesn't he?
There's, of course, the matter of payment. Larys transferred his family's wealth to King's Landing.
Is there any gold left in your coffers?
Enough to keep this small establishment, you see, fed and warm.
This skin.
You should address me as my king.
But you're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the queen?
Well, the king.
There it is, then.
Consul.
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
What is going to happen now, then? Is he going to go...
His Grace suffered grievous burns over much of his body. He has many broken bones. I fear there are more injuries within. Injuries we cannot see.
Has he woken?
I'm not sure he will ever wake.
King cannot rule in his sleep. The realm will have noticed his absence. Let them hear of his great deeds at Rook's Rest. But now we must name a regent to take his place, until he recovers. Or does not.
A regency will assure the people of the stability of the crown.
She wants to do it, doesn't she?
I myself served in this role for my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
You played your part admirably in a time of peace, Your Grace, but circumstances have changed. The obvious choice is his immediate successor, Prince Aemon. Agreed.
Which is what he wants.
I am no stranger to rule or to sitting at this council. Aemond is a fearsome dragon rider. His skill is best employed in the field, but my experience is needed here, at this table.
No offence was meant, Your Grace, but at a time when we must show strength.
She's getting a bit calmer now, isn't she?
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemon. Say if in response to Rhaenyra's crowning we raised up a woman of our own.
I mean, that is the point.
Aemond is the next in line. It must be him.
She can't rely on anyone now, can she?
It's agreed, then.
Ooh, look at him. He's planned all this and it's going exactly how he wants. She's getting a bit calmer because she's so annoyed.
How I can trust the counsel of a man who leaves the jewel of the Riverlands to be plucked by our enemy.
Her breathing,
They are
she's
fleeing the
seething.
city, spreading word of their fear and unrest.
Gates be closed.
It's like she...
No one is to leave or enter save with our consent.
She knows now that all of this was a bad idea.
Someone cut down the fucking rat catchers.
I mean, yeah, they should do that. Oh, the dog was still there.
Aemond is the next in line. It is the order of things.
You know what he is, what he has somehow become. Has your loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and flee the sunrise like a moth?
What I saw at Rook's Rest.
What?
Their armor melted. There were men walking, they were on fire.
We have given the war to the dragons.
The dragon rider should lead us.
You had a reality check, didn't he, when he's seen all that? When he's seen all the people on fire.
So you cast me aside?
Have I not spared you? What we must do now is terrible. Will you preside over it? Is this who you are, Alison?
I did not ask to be spared, and I did not give you leave to speak my name.
She's really hurt by him and really pissed off. Also, she said that twice now about Aemond, that you know who he is. She said that to Rhaenyra as well. So Aemond's shutting it
By
off.
order of Aemond Targaryen, Prince Regent and Protector of the Realm.
Aemond. Does he mean the king?
What me?
He's making it worse.
Our Lord Grover Tully has not declared for Rhaenyra. Means death to bear steel against your liege, as I'm sure my prince is aware.
Jason Lannister is marshalling to the west. We need to check him before he reaches River Run. That requires passage.
And if Stark's army's too slow, the wind's rising, winter's nigh upon us.
What do you want?
Larys Strong has been relieved of his castle. We intend to raise up a new lord.
You want Harrenhal?
They don't want much, do they?
My mother will want more than your crossing. Bent knees.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realise the bridge was that long. I can't remember if they showed it much in Game of Thrones.
I hear strange things from Brackenland.
There's news then.
No, what I hear in the wind.
Okay.
Cries of anguish. Children being taken from their mothers, men coming home to find their doors unlatched, their wives carried away.
The Blackens had their chance to do as I required. They will perhaps think better of their decision if their children's lives are staked on it. That fool Aegon is unlike to survive. The realm will suffer if Aemon One-Eye rules.
I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
When I take King's Landing, Rhaenyra is welcome to join me there and take her place by my side.
What? This is his plan?
And if you lose?
Then I'll be dead, and none of this will be my problem.
It's a pity, don't you think, that you never knew your mother?
She knows then. She can see what he's seeing. Or she's putting the thoughts in his head.
Lord Amos has pledged his banner to you. House Bracken is yours.
Okay.
Even the death of my wife does not content her. And she not asked enough of my house.
It is a sign of her great esteem.
Or does she think the position will compensate me for my loss? Rather, I would sail into the west and be lost.
You have done so before, at great cost to yourself and those who loved you. Only your wife. Not a thing to be taken from you. She was a Targaryen princess. Queen who never was, and she flew to Rook's Rest of her own will. She died as she would have wished to die, with honor, in Dragonfire, the way my mother chose. And the way I myself wish to meet my end. I grieve my grandmother who loved me, but I carry her on with me. I will see Rhaenyra ascend the Iron Throne, as Rhaenys wished, as Rhaenys herself should have. You yourself may do as you see fit.
That was such a powerful moment. I hope nothing bad happens to
I would
Rhaenyra.
make you my heir.
I am blood and fire. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
He hasn't got anyone else though, has he? Oh no, there's the other children.
See, I must begin here with a lesson in etiquette. Failing that in proper fear of your Targaryen master. Is there some reason you feel free to wake a king in his bed?
Are they actually here? Is he dreaming or is this real?
House Bracken have been brought to heel at the hands of Willem Blackwood. There have been complications.
The sacred septs on Bracken lands were looted and burned.
As were the fields and farms.
These beasts proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen. Red dragon on black.
A terrible war is being fought in these lands. Have you looked after our girls?
It's all going wrong, isn't it?
We should have expected nothing more from a man who ordered the slaughter of a child in his mother's arms.
That
yeah,
is
it's
a
not
lie,
good
and I will
luck for
have the
him,
man
is
who
it?
told it walk before me.
Oh, your man is half the kingdom, my prince.
Riverlands are an ancient place, watched closely by the eyes of old gods and new. We
So
shall
this is
not
bad,
raise our
then.
banners for a tyrant.
Okay, so it's going wrong for both Rhaenyra and Sydney. He's gonna do it. Oh, that's something. That's something good. This is what he's wanted. He's getting what he wants.
Was it worth the price?
She foreseen it, and he probably knows that. He knows that she gets visions. She's showing some care towards her child for a change. I don't care for Aegon really, but that's sad. He just wants his mum. He needs her. He just wants her to hug him and look after him.
Visenya.
Vhagar's first rider, and the first wielder of Dark Sister.
Oh, that's cool.
I hope you do not mean to use her as an example.
Why shouldn't I?
It was a long time ago.
What is the mood at the Twins? Did his lordship quibble?
He wishes for the phrase to be granted Harrenhal.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service.
Okay, she didn't have a go at
You
him.
chafed at being prevented from action. Imagine, my lord, I'm a dragon rider as well, with a war being fought over my ascension. And
Yeah,
yet,
she
I must
feels
wait
like she's
here.
not doing anything. She wants to get stuck in, doesn't she?
The Queen, the tie that binds us. No harm can come
And
to
you are my son, and I did not give you leave to go.
Yeah.
Do not give me leave to go to anything. But who else is there? Rhaenys is dead and Baelor cannot bear the burden alone.
And when Aemond comes hunting for you, your dragon is young. Will you fly before Vhagar as Luke did?
Yeah, I mean, she's talking sense, at least.
Is Aegon dead?
Dead or alive, we have no answer for Vhagar. Aemond will not wait long to press his advantage. And then what? Vhagar is big, but Syrax is quicker.
So was Meleys.
Meleys fought 2 dragons and one of them is slain. Shall I fight for my birthright, or shall I wait here until we are all destroyed?
Difficult decisions to make, isn't there?
We have no dearth of dragons. We have 2 large enough to stand against Vhagar. They are called Vermithor and Silverwing, and they sleep just beneath our feet.
Okay. So they have more dragons.
There are those of our line who never ruled, those who married into other noble houses.
A generation ago, or more, blood would be thin.
And yet,
Dragon will only accept a dragon lord to ride it. Are you suggesting we put a Malister on a dragon? A Tarly?
it's better than death and defeat.
There are records here, surely, of our line, and of those who fell out of it.
Okay, so
There could be scores
I
of
know
them.
where this is going.
It's a mad sword.
Yeah. It's a lot to go through. I can see where this is going. The characters from previous episodes where I was wondering why are they mentioning these people. So we've seen Corlys talking to the men at the ship, and then Rhaenys in the last episode mentioned that she knew that he was a bastard of Corlys's, basically. She said it without saying. So he has dragon rider blood in him then. And the guy who was mouthing off in the pub saying, oh, I'm related to them, and all the guys were like, no, you're not. Him. So there's like people who potentially could fight for them and ride the dragons for them. So, and the Greens, they're not going to think of this, are they? They're going to be like, what? So this is like a new idea that the other side hasn't thought up, which is really awesome. But I'm just wondering, how many dragons do they have then to do that? Because they just mentioned 2. But I wonder if there's more. And up in the Eyrie, she was saying, oh well, you've only brought me 2 babies. So I wonder if they're going to grow quickly or not. I can't remember how long it took Dany's dragons to grow in Game of Thrones. We've got multiple dragons and other people who can ride them, so that's really cool. And I love the nod to Game of Thrones at the end. I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but it was like a little, he mentioned Tarly, and then they were talking about reading through all the scrolls and everything, and I feel, and finding out the lineage and the history, and I feel like that was definitely a nod to Sam Tarly. I loved that. It was like a little Easter egg. And then we've seen as well in this episode Daemon having just the most weirdest dream with his mum. It was disgusting. But it was just after Baela was talking about how Marley's was Daemon's mother's dragon, and obviously Marley's has just been killed, and now Daemon's having the dream about his mother. So I don't know if that's like some weird connection there, that you've got like Marley's dying and then Daemon seeing his mother. But anyway, I like this episode. It was a slow one, but I expected that because that's what usually happens after a big battle. We're seeing Alicent now drawing away and realising that no one's going to listen to her, that the plans that she was part of her whole life basically is being ruined. It's not going how they wanted it. She now feels like how Rhaenyra has been treated. She thought that she had the power because of her children, and I think I remember Rhaenys warning her about that and saying, you're never going to have power because you're a woman. And she's only realising now that that's true. Realisation is setting in that they are the bad guys and that what they've done is wrong. They should never have done this. I really think that she is regretting everything. Maybe regretting everything she's ever done. For the episode as a whole, I feel like I'm getting a bit impatient with the Harrenhal stuff. I do enjoy it, but I kind of want Daemon to move on now, and I want to see him leave. I don't want to keep seeing him just in Harrenhal doing these things that he's doing. I want to just, I don't know what I want. I just want to see him leave and go somewhere else now. I hope that the next episode that's going to move on a bit. I never thought I would say this, but I kind of miss Otto. His character is so entertaining and I kind of miss him. So I don't know when we're going to see him again. I would be interested to see what's going on where he is as well. Really looking forward to the next episode. If you enjoyed watching this with me, please like this video and leave a comment below and subscribe to see more videos like this one. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.